Hi, guys. Thanks for coming out. That was a fun one. We're excited to start 2025. I'm really excited about this team for a lot of different reasons, and I think tonight we showed some things that we're capable of, and also there's a ton of areas to improve, and everyone's in a brand new role. Everyone, right? This is London's many-th press conference, Jazzy's first, but they're still in new situations, as is Ken, as is Viv, as is everyone. So it's going to be really fun to coach this group and see how good we can get. But we'll take this one, and we'll go back to work and get ready for the next one.
Hey, Coach. Nikki Thomas with Annenberg Media. Felt like there were these kind of lofty defensive expectations on Malia and Kennedy over the offseason. What do you think it signals to the team that they not only shouldered and wore those expectations, but then showed up tonight and executed and provided the defensive intensity that they did?
Yeah, I mean, I see it every day in practice. That is the expectation. I think we have other people as well who are really good defensively. These two up here, Cara, are guys coming off the bench, the bigs. So I do think defense has to be a calling card, but I think in particular Kennedy and Malia really take that as part of their identity to get us, started there, and that's a big weapon for us.
Jazzy, what did you think? Your first time in the college game, and it's obviously a different game than the high school level. You started out, missed a few shots, had those 3 turnovers, but then no more turnovers the rest of the game. So did you kind of just get into the flow as things moved along?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just super grateful to be here and for the opportunity. I mean, it's surreal playing in my first college game, so just super excited, a little nervous at first, but the nerves, I got over it. And my teammates and coaches just reminding me to slow down and just stay in the moment really helped. So.
Over here. London, we know you can hit the 3, but you scored so much from in the paint tonight. How have you kind of expanded your game to do that since you arrived here at USC?
Yeah, I think, something that I work on a lot is just trying to make the right read and just take what the defense is giving me. And obviously, I can shoot, but I think just being able to do so much more and just showcasing that.
Hey, Coach. Good game, you guys. It's fun to watch. Quick question about the defense. I noticed tonight that you were playing zone, and last year you didn't play a lot of zone, but tonight you're playing zone. Is that something that you're going to be working in? And can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I just think it's one of the things we can do. I think it utilizes our length. I think we want to be able to, give different looks to people. I think, like you mentioned, we put a ton of pressure on the ball. People need to prepare for that, but if they also need to prepare for a zone, that's helpful. Just changing looks for people. I think people are sometimes less prepared for zone, or if they have to take time to prep for it and then we don't use it. I think it'll be one of the things that we continue to work on.
Just a follow-up. Notice that you scored 41 points off the bench tonight. Can you talk a little bit about the depth? And, that's just great.
Yeah. Like I said, this may be a team where, the starters change up or who's finishing, and I think we need a collective effort. That's just how we're going to play. We rely on a lot of different people for different things, but that didn't surprise me one bit.
Hi, 2 questions. First for Coach, obviously team looks a bit different this year with Juju not suiting up, but I know she was there on the bench kind of supporting her teammates. What, if at any role, do you think that kind of had on the team, having her there to support?
Juju's been a part of everything we've done since the summer. It just looks different, right? But I think it's important for her and it's important for us that as she rehabs, she's just as much a part of the team. And in a lot of ways, I think we've seen sides of her that we haven't seen, right? She's being very intentional about pouring into people and being really present, and that's just great for all of us. Next thing I'm going to add to her list is to drop some plays. We'll see.
And then also for London, obviously you transferred over here from the school across town, so you've come played here as a visitor a couple times, but this is your first time kind of playing here for USC. So how, if at all, was the experience different playing here for the Trojans versus playing as a visitor?
Yeah, the experience is always different. I'm just really glad I'm over here. Me and Coach Lindsay have history, so just to be back here, obviously just working better, trying to be the best version of myself. So it's been really exciting. I'm really excited for this year.
All right, 2 questions for me. First one for Jazzy. You mentioned the first quarter, missed a couple shots, got a couple turnovers, but how good did it feel to see that first bucket go in?
It felt great. It was a little rough at first, but like I said, just my coaches and my teammates, they're always supporting me and have my back, so it really helped.
what did it mean to you to just play as well as you did down the stretch throughout the game?
I mean, it means a lot. It's like I said, it's super exciting playing in my first college game. So, yeah, I'm just really grateful for the opportunity.
And just one more follow-up for Coach. Just what did you think of the way Jazzy bounced back and played throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she'll ever miss that many threes again. Like, she's a great three-point shooter. It was about catching her rhythm. Like our other playmakers, they're dynamic, right? So when shots go in, that's great, but that's not the only way they can impact the game. Not only is it her first college game, but she probably won't say she missed a ton of practices with an illness and working her way back. So I think it's a process, and we have a total confidence in the way that she can impact winning, and we know shots will fall.
How's it going, Coach? Congrats on the win. This one's for you, actually, about Cara and London. How do you think, or what did you do to make the transition between UConn and UCLA to USC the most seamless that it can be? Because it seemed like there was no hiccups during the game for you guys, for London.
You
and
mean
Cara.
with the transfers, like Cara from Georgia
Cara
Tech and London from UCLA? Yeah. Well, I'll speak about London here first. You mentioned her showcasing all that she can do. We didn't teach her that here, right? I've known London since she's been 12, 13 years old, and I never thought of her as just a shooter, right? She can really shoot, but she has just a lot of dynamic abilities that I think she was looking for the opportunity to take on that role and do more things. Cara came here, I think, for a different experience, like a chance to win at the highest level, to continue to expand her game and really be ready to be a pro. But both of them have been unique in that they're new here, but they're our most experienced college basketball players. They are our seniors. They are our only two seniors. So I've leaned on them a lot to be those leaders and to bring what they already know, but also be open to learning new stuff and understand that that's a growth process too. That's why I'm so high on our growth potential, right? London and Cara are really capable and have done a lot already, but will continue to get better with us. Jazzy's a freshman. She's going to continue to get better. Ken is in a brand new role. Everyone's really in a new role. So I think as long as we stick together, our upward trajectory is very high because of the pieces we have, and the more we gel together, the better everyone will be.
London, did you and your family burn all your UCLA gear?
Yeah, we don't wear blue anymore.
And also, Coach mentioned the new roles everybody has, and that includes Juju. What did you think of her cheerleading abilities this evening?
She's hyped. I have to go back and look at the film, but yeah, she's going to be hyped for her teammates. I mean, that's just naturally kind of who she is, and yeah, we'll just we're going to take everything we can get, from her in terms of the way that she's going to pour into the team. We see her working really hard in rehab too, so I think the players have a lot of respect for the work she's doing, and they're going to show up for each other the way that we all know how.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. I was just, it was Vivian Wuku's first start of her college career, and so I was just wondering, what she did over the offseason to kind of earn that tonight.
Yeah, Viv had a terrific offseason. Just a lot of work. Last year, she actually got diagnosed with an injury the day she arrived as a freshman and had her medical intake and had a surgery in the summer. So she didn't get a summer. In addition to that, we had two WNBA players and a 6'6" post kind of in front of her, and so there was a lot of learning, and I think she embraced all of that and then had an off season and had a summer, and she has put the work in. And I think we've seen her, we have a post group that is going to be by committee. It just is. We got a lot of different people. They're all good at different things, but I think Viv has continually gotten better every day. I think she's tried to really be good at what she's good at and then add things. And so, yeah, we're definitely going to rely on her tremendous athleticism, her rebounding, her physicality, just a ton of things that she brings to the table.
Lindsay, when we talked to you on Zoom a couple weeks ago, you said for sure Kennedy was going to be a starter, if nothing else. How did you kind of see her leadership abilities and playmaking abilities tonight?
Yeah, Ken's a winner, and she's a competitor, right? We are trying to put her in a lot of different spots on the floor because I think when she can get the ball, she can create for others. She obviously can finish. She has a lot of different things she can do, and she kind of gets us going on defense. But like I said, it's all new for her too. She played a ton last year. She was a really important part of our team, but I think she has to shoulder different loads and different responsibilities, this year. And we're going to continue to just watch her blossom with that and grow. And she's a player that's a really good player that plays really well with other great players too. And I think, like I said, we all get comfortable. It's going to just help each person, I think, be better at what they're good at, and also the collective will continue to grow as well. But I was really pleased, with the number of ways she impacted the game. Like I said, 3 of our best three-point shooters didn't have a good three-point shooting night, but look at all the ways that they still impact the game, and when those shots go down, I think, that gives us another element too.
Hey, Coach. When you look at the fourth quarter, you guys shot 63% from the floor. Was that something just the flow of you guys, or was that something going into that quarter you kind of wanted to just end off the game in the fourth?
Nah, I'd love to shoot 64% every quarter that we play. I just think we continue to tell this team, let's play the right way. Let's try to get to the best shot. Make the right basketball play over and over and over, and it leads to high percentage shots. In addition, I do think we have depth, and I do think we have a conditioning factor to us that should give us an edge later in games. When other teams wear down, hopefully things get easier for us. That's the idea.
One last question. Cara Dunn, 8 rebounds,
Yep.
second leading rebounder. 6 of them were offensive. Are you seeing that every day in practice? And can you talk a little bit about how aggressive she is, wanting the ball?
Yeah, I thought the offensive boards were a big bright spot for us tonight. That's just a way you can give yourself second opportunities. It's a way you can wear teams down. We got to the free throw line a ton. That's Cara. We did a lot of advanced analytics on transfers, and the reason we were so high on her is she just was incredibly efficient. A lot of that was from the O boards. Do we see it in practice a lot? We have an excellent male practice player squad that are big and strong, and so our athletic advantages aren't as prevalent, right? It's not like Ken can go post up a guy the way she can maybe a girl with a mismatched size. It's not like DZ crosses one time and is by someone. That makes us better, right? So we know that Cara's aggressive to the boards, but to see it translate and just kind of her be that dominant, I think, is definitely part of her game. And that's why having a good practice squad, you hope the idea is it makes us better without ever hurting our confidence. We know what we can do, and it's supposed to be hard against the guys, and it will just keep getting better against them as well. But her offensive rebounding is a weapon. We knew that, and it was great to see that tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.